the beginning of our thriller opening sequence, we use an establishing shot which showcases an abandoned town in black and white, which conforms the codes and conventions of a thriller film. As there's an abandoned town and house, usually derelict, they are usually seen in thriller films, which helps to create an airy and ghostly mood to the start, which corresponds to our film title, Ghost Town, which we made a bit faint and to move slowly across the screen, which makes it ghostly-like and mysterious to the audience. Also, the quick cuts with the high climatic music creates tension, as the flashing of the lights creates shadows and is a use of low-key lighting, which is a code and convention of thriller films, as it creates wonder and tension of why and how. Also, the use of flashbacks in our thriller opening sequence helps us to figure out what may be the backstory to the kidnapper and the characters. Also, the flashbacks are highly used in thriller films, so the audience can connect with each and every character. A glimpse of an abandoned house with the high-key lighting to enhance the surrounding of the house to create the mood of mysteriousness and wonder. Now, the antagonist is wearing a hoodie. The mise-en-scène of the hoodie is used in most thriller films to hide the identity of the antagonist, which leaves the audience asking questions and wanting to watch more to see if they can find out who the antagonist is. A hammer is used in our thriller opening sequence with the antagonist holding it. This mise-en-scène creates a mood of uncertainty and anxiousness to wonder what he may do with it. Also, weapons are very common in most and all thriller films. The sound of a glass smashing and the characters looking back creates the audience to jump, to wonder why and who has done it, which conforms the codes and conventions of thriller films, as an unexpected sound made the audience jump and have tension and wonder may it happen again and who was there. I'm going to compare my thriller opening sequence to two films, one called Hush and one called Boy Missing. They are both thrillers. At the start of both, there's an establishing shot, which is what we have in our opening sequence to establish where the setting is, and so the audience can get familiarised with the setting and the location. In Hush, there's also like an establishing shot, but it shows an abandoned house in a very derelict area, like very woods, in a forest. And in ours is an abandoned town and an abandoned house, which they both are very similar to each other, which are codes and conventions of thriller films, as it gives like a ghostly and airy vibe and a very like chilling vibe that you know something is gonna happen because it's haunted, it feels haunted, and it's not like you go off wandering there. Also, in Hush, the antagonist is wearing a hoodie and a mask, which covers like the identity and leaves the audience to wonder who it could be, and it's very mysterious, and as it hides the identity. And in my thriller opening sequence, we use a hoodie, but we don't show the face. So we have the hoodie with the hood up on the antagonist, so it hides the identity and it makes the audience want to watch on longer. Also, in Hush, again, there's a scene of flashing lights which make the audience disorientated and wonder what's going to happen, is something going to happen, and it makes them agitated and it creates tension to say, oh, is something going to happen. And in ours, at the start, we use a mid-shot to show flashing lights and quick cuts, which makes it more like climatic and like something's going to happen. Also, we use the use of low-key lighting, and in Hush they use a scene where it's just the lights out and all you can see is the antagonist, which what we done, but the low-key lighting creates a sense of like misidentity and mysterious to wonder what's gonna happen, is something gonna jump out, which is usually common in thriller films. Furthermore, the use of a weapon in Hush and in Boy Missing, there's like a kidnapping and there's like at knife point on the Boy Missing, and in Hush there's a hammer which is very similar, well, it's basically the same as ours is a hammer, and the weapon is like a sense of violence and disturbance, and it makes the audience think there's someone gonna get hurt. Also, in Boy Missing and Hush, at different parts they use the use of a flashback to say what was happening and what's going on. Also a backstory of the characters so you can relate more to them. We haven't really challenged the codes and conventions of thriller films in our opening sequence, as we wanted it to stay true to what a thriller film could be. So we didn't challenge it, because we wanted it to be as thriller films should be, which is like in scary but like wanting more high climatic. So